Hi everybody, Laura here. Thanks for tuning into another one of my videos. I know I've been away for a bit. I've had a few bigger changes in my life just recently, mostly for the better. But so that's why it's been a bit longer of a gap than usual since my last video. But there's been some really big news over the past week that, of course, I had to make a video about. That being, as most of you probably know right by now, the governing body made an update, and wow, some big changes. Couple maybe part of me wishes I could have seen this change come at while I was still a witness. Not that that matters too much now, but you know, the big changes, yeah. the ones that made me really open my eyes, like wow, were for me it was sisters can now opt to wear slacks to the meetings. Okay, granted, they have to be still like presentable, like trousers, I should say. Like trousers, they still have to be like dress pants. They're probably gonna come out with guidelines of, can't be too loose or too tight. Has to be presentable still. I would imagine that they still have to wear dress shoes, like not just straight running shoes. And the other one, brothers can, another big change, brothers can now opt to wear a tie, opt to not wear a tie to the meetings. Although it's, for the ties and the trousers now, it is still under, they can wear it, they can opt to wear trousers and no ties to the meeting, but if a brother or a sister has a part, then the brother would still have to wear a tie, and the sisters would still have to wear a dress or a skirt if they had a part at a meeting or convention or assembly. The trousers for sisters is something I think a small part of me would have liked to seen that as a witness. I did sometimes get tired of, like, I liked it, but there was certain times where I didn't like it, that I always had to wear a dress or a skirt to go to a meeting or out in service. I found it a little more challenging when it came to service personally. It's more difficult for a sister to get dressy shoes for the ministry, but that are still comfortable to be able to do the walking. It was in later years that I was able to find a more appropriate, that, very comfortable but dressy enough. So the other big changes were more regarding like jurisdictional matters and judicial matters, I should say, sorry, of I think one of them, the younger ones, the judicial meetings they're going to be a little more lenient on judicial meetings, like if it's a younger brother or sister or unbaptized and their parents, as long as they're repentant, or I believe it will be shifted more to headquarters, and there might be a shorter wait for those who were disfellowshipped to be able to return. And it will also be a conscious matter for those at the meetings when a disfellowshipped person comes to the meeting, whether a conscience matter to the Bible trained conscience of those at the meetings of whether they want to say a simple greeting or not. Wow. And the other big announcement, another one, is that those desiring to return may opt to have a Bible study in the reinstatement process. So, yeah, wow. Big changes, big changes. So, my thoughts, I have a few, again. Well, the first I think would be, why is the governing body suddenly making all these changes? I think it boils down to two things. Number one, with the cases in Norway, and they lost a big case in Norway. Basically, some of their funding in these countries coming down really hard and essentially punishing them and choosing to not go light on them because of their practices and how they treat their people, the Jehovah's Witnesses, which I say, yeah, good for these countries. So that's driving. I think the witnesses are making these changes to try to save the religion because they're losing too much money on these. Yeah, finally, when they don't really care about their people. It's finally when it gets to the point that they're losing too many of these court cases. We can't keep losing guys. We just gotta cave and make some of these changes. But of course, again, it's like smaller changes. Two big ones I would like to see. Let's see if they happen. I don't know. Blood. I think they should change policies on blood. And a big one I think I would like to see that I think would have a big impact. But if they would actually do that, who knows? That the witnesses can date and marry outside those outside of the religion, because it's not, and not face severe repercussions for doing so, and date and marry people who aren't Jehovah's Witnesses. But again, it's more of just smaller, unimportant changes. And I'd say it's on, I think it's number 2. I think I would agree with a lot of you other XJWs. I think they're in like a panic mode now. They're losing too much money on all these court cases, and oh yeah, they're definitely lying about the numbers of the witnesses of how many members worldwide. Even I know it's they're twisting and playing with the numbers. It's definitely less than 8 million. They're decreasing, and they're playing with the math to try to keep it covered up. Definitely. They're losing members. Of course, it's happening in a lot of religions, like the young people are not. A lot of religions, a lot of churches are shutting down because they don't have enough of the younger members to really keep their churches going. So Jehovah's Witnesses are kind of going through the same thing, but I think I think it's more things that are finally catching up to the Jehovah's Witnesses. People are waking up to the bullshit and just how controlling this religion really is. When I was going over the list of these changes, it's like, wow. It helps me to appreciate the freedom I have even more. Just, because church I go to, women and the men, we can dress however we want. We're not required to wear suits. We're not required to be super dressed up. I mean, a lot try to be a little more formal anyways when they come to church, like not overly casual. Even I myself, but like I'm not gonna be pulled into the back and given a talk to if I'm not. Like, and just anyone who hasn't been to a church in a while, if they come back, or we welcome them with open hearts. We don't ignore them or act like they're dead. Pretty much, it makes me appreciate so much more the freedoms I have being out of that cult and out of that religion. So yeah, that's wow. So yeah, this video, I think Watchtower is just kind of panic mode, caving into some of the pressure. There's rumors that there might be more changes coming, big changes, Watchtower easing up on and changing, like, wow. Yeah, they don't want to give in to the world and fight. They want to fight these worldly governments, but finally when it hits them where it hurts, the money, then they finally start caving and making some of these changes, but it has nothing to do with the caring about their members. You can rest assured on that. So that's what I wanted to say with this video. I welcome your thoughts and comments. So please like, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys. Bye.